Hey guys, welcome to Rising Vibrations. I'm INGA. This reading will be for the Taurus elemental sign, and the energies between now and the end of September is really for the last 2 weeks of September. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you just found the channel, hey, I hope you like the reading, and if you're joining me, thank you for your support. It is appreciated. So let's just jump right into this. This is for the Taurus elemental sign and energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. I feel like a lot of Taurus have been under the radar or trying to stay under the radar, stay out of the way, and lay low in some respect. We have Major Arcana, the Star, possibly regrouping with a new idea, some new project that they would like to work on, some offer that has come forward to them that they can't quite take up right now because I feel like they have other obligations, but they're considering it, how they can move around some parts of their life or some parts of their plans to take up a new ideal or opportunity that seems to be here on the horizon for them. This was a type of downtime for them, and it looks like the downtime is soon to end and be over for the Taurus elemental signs and energies. We have Major Arcana, the Hangman, next to Major Arcana, the Star. Yeah, it was supposed to be a downtime for them. It's like the time that they had off, they were supposed to use for official reasons for time off, whether that's a surgery and time to recover from the surgery or a sabbatical, and they had an agreement from their employer to take a sabbatical to do something specific. But I feel like the time that they've had off, it hasn't been used for the reasons that they said that they needed the time off. And it seems to me like somehow they're tied up. They can't really make the moves that they want for official reasons, but they're trying to figure out how they can finagle a few things, move around some parts, or some plans to move their life in a new direction. We have the Three of Swords. Part of this might be moving around these parts. It seems like it has to do in some respect with moving. This just turned on its own, the Page of Coins, with moving away from some aspect of their life that they appreciated. This can be a person, or this can be some aspect of their life. Let's say that they were in an apprenticeship and they enjoyed this process of learning and having more free time, or being a student even, and now it's time for them to go to work. So it's like they have to leave behind some innocent part of themselves or their life and move into a more serious mode for living and for survival. Seems to me also it could be a person that they're planning to leave behind, or someone is leaving the Taurus behind. Someone can have also backed out on a deal or an agreement that they have with the Taurus. Something that they agreed to do, they can also be backing out on. We have the Eight of Wands. I feel like too, a lot of Taurus are starting to second guess who they have in partnerships. That can be love partnerships or business partnerships, or what they're doing for work. Second guessing it and feeling like they want to do something else. They can also be feeling like they will want to be in a relationship with someone else. This doesn't necessarily have to be intimate. It could also be with family members, just feeling even like they wish they had a different family. We have Major Arcana, the High Priestess. We have now three Major Arcanas next to each other. there's some tricky aspect to the Taurus energy right now as well. I feel like, again, some things are undercover or on the down low or quiet or sneaky that they are planning to do or that they have been planning to do. If they were planning to leave someone, I feel like they will carry it through, like they might be making arrangements without being upfront about their total plans, whether that's leaving someone or switching up jobs or even quitting a job without talking to their mate or partner and leaving their partner in a bind financially because they thought that their Taurus partner still had income coming in. It can also be something like this too. We have the Two of Cups. Yeah, it feels like the Taurus in some ways will either have a chance, this is for a single Taurus, it looks like you will definitely have a chance to be starting things over again in your life. It looks like a new lease on life in terms of relationships. There can be, it looks like some aspect of leaving someone or something else behind to move into a new relationship though. Doesn't have to be the case, but it certainly does look like it. It can also just be an intellectual or even emotional type of affair or engagement with someone other than your committed partner. It doesn't mean that the Taurus elemental sign or energy is going to act on this, but it definitely looks like something is here. We have the Seven of Wands. If the Taurus is still having some disagreements at work or battles, strife, even litigation, some litigation at work, it looks like they are holding on or in that pattern or situation. They're not backing down or giving up. But I feel like they're coming to the end of this. We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, maybe they have already started to approach the end, but they're not quite getting what they feel is a valid offer, especially for settlements. It's not the offer that they thought that they should agree to by the regulations, even, let's say. Doesn't mean necessarily that they should get. It's like whoever's making an offer to them is not even, they're not getting what they should by the regulations or entitlements. If this is a divorce settlement or anything like this, separation of property, it's the same type of issue. It's like they're not, the Taurus elemental sign and energy is not getting what they should get according to the agreement. We have the Four, so we have a Four of Cups and we have a Four of Pentacles. So the Taurus elemental sign and energy is not backing down. They're being very stern and holding their ground. I would like to see what this comes about to. It's interesting. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, it could be a situation too that a lot of Taurus have been struggling with something in particular, and they put a lot of time and energy and even money and aggravation into this. And even at the last point when the offer comes through, they may have already moved on, or suddenly another scenario or offer or direction will suddenly come about for them anyway. Something that they fought so hard on or stood so stern on. We have the Knight of Cups. By the way, Aries also had this in the same row. And we have the King of Swords. If the Taurus elemental sign and energy is trying to woo or gain the interest of another potential partner, it doesn't necessarily look like it is the right time for that. It looks like the energy is not very supportive of starting something new, especially if you haven't closed out old issues, whether that's for employment issue, job issue, issues around stability and money, or issues around former partners. It's like the energy will not be totally supportive of that. Now, if you're totally single and available, that might be a slightly different story, but I feel like other issues will supersede the potential love, interest, or issue for the Taurus elemental sign and energy. I would just like to pull one more. We have the Two of Swords. So the reading kind of started off that way, that the Taurus is kind of at a type of a crossroads in some respect in their life, trying to decide if they're picking up, if they're keeping with the situation that they already have, or if they're going to redirect life in a new direction and take up a new opportunity. I feel like there's a lot of risk around it because they don't necessarily have a guarantee. So a lot of Taurus might just be struggling with this aspect of risk, taking a risk for a new relationship that they have no clear guarantee. It doesn't seem to be very clear what the outcome can be for them, or even taking the risk for taking up a new job, even in a new location. I feel like there's a lot of risk around it, and they're thinking about it because they want to change something about their life right now. So we're going to go ahead and leave it there for Taurus. Hey guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you back here again next month. Bye-bye.